All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a secret guide to financial strategy straight from the forest floor. We're going to talk about how to stop chasing leaves all day and actually start growing parsley while you sleep. So, are you ready to start thinking like a big brain rabbit? Let's do this. Okay, but first, a super important message from our guide here. Look, this is all just for fun, for entertainment. We are absolutely not financial advisors, so please do your own research before you go burying any carrots in the ground. All right, with that out of the way, and this right here is the big question, isn't it? This is the one thought that separates the everyday rabbit from, the strategic one. I mean, are you cool with sweating it out every single day for your food? Or do you want your food to start working for you? This is the whole idea we're unpacking today. All right, so let's paint a picture here. For most of us, life can feel a lot like this, just a daily race to gather enough resources to get by. It's honest work for sure, but man, it can be totally draining. In this slide, it just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got your normal rabbits. They wake up, they chase those leaves, think of that like cash from a 9 to 5. But then you've got the big brain rabbits, and they've figured out there's a whole different game to play. A game where parsley, that's profits, just kind of shows up even while they're taking a nap. So what is this big secret, right? How do you actually go from chasing leaves to growing parsley? Well, the answer is a concept you've probably heard of, but maybe not explained rabbit style. So let's break it down. And there it is, passive income. It's basically a strategy where your carrots, your assets, do all the heavy lifting for you. They generate this steady stream of parsley, or profits, so you're not the one who has to be out there sweating from sunrise to sunset. Okay, awesome. So you're sold on the idea. You want to build this parsley generating machine. But where do you even start planting those carrots? Well, let's look at two of the most common ways people do it. So the first option, and probably the easiest one to get into for most people, is stocks. See, when you buy a stock, you're not just buying some random number on a screen. You're actually becoming a partner. You get to own a tiny, tiny piece of a huge carrot business. Yeah, you're part of the team, even if you're just kicking back on your couch. And hey, being a partner has its perks. A lot of big, stable companies will actually share their profits with their partners. These little payments are called dividends. This is the real magic. While you're sleeping, while you're playing video games, whatever, pieces of that company's profit, that's your parsley, are literally getting deposited into your account for doing nothing. And that's the feeling right there. You just check your account and boom, plus 10 parsley. You didn't trade a single minute of your day for it. Your carrots did all the work. It's a seriously powerful feeling. All right, so that's stocks, but what if you want something a bit more, solid? What about buying like a literal carrot house and renting it out to other rabbits? This is the world of real estate investing. The upside? It's pretty obvious, right? You get a steady stream of parsley every single month from rent, and maybe, just maybe, the value of your carrot house goes up over time. But the downsides? Well, you're probably going to need a mortgage, which is just a huge loan from the bank, and they can hit you with some pretty high interest rates. And on top of that, the housing market can be a total roller coaster. There's just no guarantee that the value of your house is going to go up. Okay, so whether you go for stocks or real estate or something totally different, there is one secret weapon, like a power-up that works for everything. Honestly, this is the thing that really separates the wealthy rabbits from everybody else. It's called compound growth. And this isn't just about earning parsley. The real secret is what you do with that parsley after you get it. This is the mind-blowing idea that can turn one tiny little investment, a single carrot, into a massive fortune that literally fills the whole forest. So, how does this magic actually work? It's surprisingly simple. Step 1, you bury one carrot. You invest. Step 2, that carrot earns you some parsley. You get returns. Now listen up, because this is the most important part. Step 3, instead of just eating that parsley, you reinvest it. You use it to buy more carrots. And when you do that, your carrot patch gets bigger and bigger, faster and faster. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. Look, it starts off super small. Day 1, you've got just one carrot in the ground. It doesn't look like much. Honestly, it feels painfully slow. But if you just stick with it for a while, something incredible starts to happen. You start to see things really pick up speed. That one little carrot has somehow turned into 150. The growth is really starting to accelerate now. And if you just keep at it, that tiny initial investment just explodes. What started as one single carrot is now a huge field of 10,000. That is the unbelievable power of compounding. Okay, so this all sounds absolutely amazing, right? But you gotta remember, the financial forest can be a pretty dangerous place. It's not enough to just know the cheat codes. You also have to know how to spot and avoid the traps. And here is pro tip number 1. Seriously, listen to this. You'll be online, you'll see everyone screaming to the moon about some new carrot. That fear of missing out, what people call FOMO, it is so powerful. But jumping in right when something's at its absolute peak, that is the fastest way to end up holding a bunch of worthless carrot peels when the whole thing comes crashing down. So how do you protect your carrots? A few simple rules. First, don't put all your carrots in one hole. Diversify. Second, and this is a big one, only invest what you can actually afford to lose. Don't go betting your life savings. And finally, learn to be a little skeptical. If a price seems way, way higher than its real worth, it's probably a bubble. Just be careful. At the end of the day, it all comes down to this one simple idea. Don't get carried away by all the hype, do your own research, make a plan, and then stick to that plan. Stay grounded. Stay based. So let's wrap this all up. The big takeaway here is that rabbit life is it's better with a strategy. When you use these tools, passive income, compound growth, you can literally set up a system where the forest faucet just keeps flowing right into your vault, even while you're fast asleep. So now you have the secret. You've got the guide. The only real question left is, what kind of carrot patch are you going to start building?